Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me in a new video. So today I've got another tutorial for you in colored pencil. I am demonstrating how to draw brown fur, which colors to pick and how to layer the colors. So for this tutorial I'm using a commission I recently finished. This is Floris. It's a Dutch partridge dog. This was a super fun portrait to make. I really enjoyed it. So I recorded the eye, I recorded the ear and the chest fur. The eye is available on Patreon in real time and the ear will be available in real time on Patreon too. So if you're interested in real in-depth tutorials, have a look on my Patreon. So let's get started with the tutorial. I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos and a white Caran d'Ache luminance on Canson 1557 paper, 180 grams. All the materials are listed below. And what I do first is I make sure to map out the direction of the fur growth. So I'm taking my walnut brown here. So this is a color I use a lot in brown fur and in this portrait as well. So I'm using that color to map out the direction of the fur. So when you're drawing longer fur, like here on the ears, it's very important to work in clumps, to focus on drawing the clumps of fur and the shadows in between them, instead of drawing individual hairs that much. When you draw shorter fur, you can focus on the individual hairs a bit more. But here I'm just focusing on drawing out those clumps of fur and then shading those quite individually, but I'm not drawing individual hairs. So I just keep mapping out the direction of the fur growth. I have a reference photo and I take a look at that very closely. I keep looking at that and mapping out all those clumps of fur. And then when I have that mapped out, I am going to darken up the darkest areas within the ears. So when working in colored pencil, I do work from light to dark. So in a light area, I start very light and build up my layers that way. But in a portrait, I like to put in the dark areas first. So here you see the inside of the ear, closer to the eye. That is a very dark area, and I like to start out with that so that I can judge the lighter areas in the fur, in the ear, a bit better. So I start out with the inside of the ear right there. I used walnut brown and now I'm going to use a bit of indigo. So I use blues and purples in brown fur as well. I really like the effect that gives. So here with the dark indigo, I am going over that brown area that I just shaded inside the ear. And for the first layers, I'm taking it very slowly. I'm not pushing hard at all. So I want to be able to layer lots of colors. And when you push too hard right away, you won't be able to. Also depending on the paper you use. So I do recommend to use paper that is a bit textured. So you will be able to layer lots more colors than when using very smooth paper, for instance. And now I also use some purple. So I use Caput Mortem Violet a lot. And I just layer that on top of the blue and on top of the brown. And I just layer the colors that way. So then you get a very natural tone of brown. And after I added all those base colors, I go in with black. So with black I darken it up a lot more. As you can see here on the inside of the ear, I do like to use black a lot. I use black all the time, but I do recommend to use it in combination with other colors. So when you use straight black on the paper with no other color on top of it or underneath it, it can look very flat. Also, I constantly make sure to draw the hairs in the right direction. So with every stroke, I'm looking at my reference to see if I still go in the right direction. That is very, very important, along with the right contrast and highlights in the fur. If you draw the hairs in the wrong direction, it will look off right away. So really focus on that when drawing fur. So after adding that black, I go over again with walnut brown. So I am still not pushing hard, even with the black I didn't push much at all. And then I can layer the brown on top of the black again. So with layering all those colors, you get a really colorful, really nice effect. Also you can see the whiskers that are starting to appear now. I have indented the whiskers. I did a video about that recently, so I will link that in this video. I do make sure to draw around those indented whiskers as much as possible to really prevent any color from getting in those indents. So yeah, that's how I did the whiskers in this portrait. So as you can see, I'm focusing on the inside of the ear. So I really want to get that right first, and then I can start moving on to the lighter areas on the right side of the ear. So you can see I picked some pink now. So this is the color cinnamon. And you can see on the other ear that there's some pink and red in there as well. With that cinnamon, I'm just very lightly creating a base for that ear. And now to tone down that pink a little bit more, I take some bister and I'm just going on top of that, creating the more yellowish tone in the fur. And then I took some burnt sienna and I just go on top of that to darken it up some more. So now I'm going to really focus on shading the different strands of fur, creating some nice variety in the ear like that. And you can see now that I've divided the strands of fur a bit more by using the burnt sienna. So where in the areas where there's shadow, so the strands of fur are casting shadows. And I divided those by pushing a bit harder with the burnt sienna in the shadow areas. And then adding a bit more of that purple. I really like to use purple in black animals, brown animals, white animals. I always use the Caput Mortem Violet, I really like it. And now you can see that the whole ear has a nice base layer, but it's still not dark enough. It's far from dark enough, so I take the black now. And I'm going to darken up the inner of the eye and the base of the eye. Of the ear, I mean. the inner of the ear. And then I'm going over again with this is Van Dyke brown, I believe. So I use different tones of brown. The walnut brown is a bit more on the reddish side, and the Van Dyke brown is a bit more on the yellowish side. So I like to use those together. So the challenge is here to get enough variety and contrast in the ear without making it look too unnatural by putting in too many different colors. So that's why I'm layering so lightly, so that I still can correct a certain tone if it's too vibrant. And keep in mind that colored pencil is a very time-consuming medium, especially if you're not using any liquid blending mediums. So I don't use those. I use my white Caran d'Ache luminance to blend. So if you're using blending mediums, liquids, it can be a bit of a faster process. But I really like the look of just using colored pencil alone. So I'm just carefully continuing to build up these colors. I use some sanguine here. I really like sanguine. It's an orangey tone. And then when I have enough base layers down, I can continue with using the white Caran d'Ache. So now I'm really going to burnish all these colors into the paper, and with that I get rid of the paper texture, so you get a more smoother effect. I still make sure to draw in the right direction with every stroke. And you can see that when using the white pencil that the colors get lightened up a bit more and they get toned down a bit more. So then after burnishing I go back in with all these different colors to hype up the contrast and to bring in some more color, and then I just continue the process until I am happy with it. Now I'm taking that walnut brown again and darken up the bottom of that ear a bit more. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you're struggling with when drawing pet portraits. It doesn't matter what medium. Let me know in the comments and maybe I can do a video about it. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see a video about. This is the kind of video that I want to continue with making. So the tutorial kinds of videos, not too complicated, but hopefully very informative. So now I'm taking some gray. So when I find an area looks too brown, I take gray. So this is cold gray, I believe, a darker cold gray, and I use that on the bottom of the ear to tone down the brown fur. You can see the other ear looks gray as well on the bottom, and I could see that on the reference photo, so I'm really trying to recreate that. And as you can see, the ear is starting to get some nice depth now. So now I'm using black. I haven't used that much black in the ear, but still it looks dark, so I really like to use so many different colors and get as many different colors in there as possible, and then save the black for last. So now for the final layers, I keep on switching between burnt sienna, kaput mortem violet, the browns and some pinks as well, to get it to match with the other ear, to get the right depth and contrast in there. So you can see that I really focused on those different strands of fur, and I really didn't draw any individual hairs, only on the outside of the ear with the little flyaway hairs. But that is how I like to draw this type of fur. I did do individual hairs on the head, so around the eye and the muzzle, because the fur is very short there. So you can really see the difference in texture between the head and the ears. So yeah, that completes this tutorial for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Check out my Patreon if you'd like to learn more. And then I'll see you in the next video.